Nike is the world's largest and most well-known sportswear manufacturer. In just over 50 years, one man's dream of better shoes grew into a global corporation worth more than $100 billion. Recently, the company revealed that its sales would hit $50 billion by 2022. What do you think is Nike's secret to success? Today, we're going to discover the amazing world of Nike's history to see how the dream turned out and what factors led to their success. Continue watching the video till the end to find out. Let's jump right in. Nike was founded by Phil Knight in 1962. Any graduate will not tell you how to start your own business and how to face new challenges, but Phil had one unique idea. He liked to play sports. He desired to create running shoes that are stronger, high quality, and more affordable. Phil excitedly explored whether Japanese sneakers in the American market could transform Puma and Adidas in the same way that Japanese cameras had displaced the leading German cameras. But let's go back to Phil. After finishing the paper and obtaining his MBA, Phil became hung up on the concept of importing Japanese athletic footwear of USA. However, he had no idea how to put this plan into action. He collaborated with Bill Bowerman, his previous mentor, and the two launched a new vision. When he first revealed about the Tiger brand of sneakers, which were manufactured by a business named Onitsuka, his intention was to import them from Japan in high quality and at a nominal cost. Unfortunately, he had no money. He required the finances at the time to complete this mission. Apparently, he didn't actually have any Japanese running shoes, and the ones he had seen had been brought to the US by soldiers deployed in Japan during the occupation that followed the Second World War. But Phil left confident that he had found a great chance given the existence of exposure. He was aware that in order to benefit from it, he would need to get in touch with a Japanese business and negotiate the import of their products into America, which both skills required he had never before experienced. He flew to Japan like a visitor in November 1962 and quickly started exploring. He entered a footwear store in the charming city of Kobe, which stirred up his curiosity. Phil was keen to import the shoes back home because they were of such high quality and were designed by a business named Onitsuka Tiger. He set up an appointment with the company's founder, byWhy American distributor of footwear. His first consignment of 12 pairs of shoes arrived in 1963, and he immediately began marketing products at any running track through his car. He eventually realized Bill Bowerman, his coach, was the only person who knew more about the shoes. In January 1964, Bill and Phil contributed $500 each in the establishment of Blue Ribbon Sports. They used all of that revenue on their initial order, which was 300 sets of shoes for $3.33 per. Due to Bill's contacts, the consignment was fully sold out by the time it was arrived in April 1964. BRS earned $8,000 in sales of footwear during their initial year, and Phil utilized the money to start hiring sellers for his brand. They instantly launched their own shops in Santa Monica in 1965 when company profits hit $20,000. In 1966, his industry was one of the first to begin offering Tiger sneakers, and he later wrote a book about the topic that was eventually sold more than 1 million copies. Bowerman was constantly looking for ways to enhance things with each new stock from Onitsuka, like increasing the cushion or utilizing lighter materials. He was essentially developing Onitsuka shoes for Japan. He had been sending remarks to them frequently, asking for innovation. One of Bill's inventions, the Cortez, as he called it, became one of the best-selling footwear in 1968, probably as a result of the 1968 Olympics. This design launched BRS into the public eye and helped it become a household name. Each delivery they obtained after that sold out sooner than the first, but Onitsuka was still providing products at the exact glacial rate. In short, Onitsuka was sending the remaining products to America after first fulfilling local demand in Japan. Phil and Bill believed that in order to expand, they would need to do more than just serve as distributors. They would be lucky if their agreement finished in 1972, just in time for the Olympics in Munich. When he first started working on the design in 1971, his first employee suggested naming the business Nike, after its Greek goddess of victory. Then, when Phil needed a logo design, he visited the nearby institute, searched for a graphic design student, and asked the student to draw a design for him. He spent an incredible $35 to purchase the logo. With his branding now complete, Phil was prepared, and looking back, that was money well spent for the Olympics. Instead of signing exclusive contracts this time, Phil created a network in Japan of subcontractors. Phil could finally expand his wings now that he was in charge of production. This Nike sales graph shows the precise date that Phil began importing sneakers. He began work before his contract had even ended, according to his Japanese subcontractors in 1971. In 1972, the U.S. track and field trials hosted the introduction of the first line of Nike footwear, which left the runners who tried them on in complete amazement. Michael Jordan signed to his first sneaker deal with Nike in 1985. Although it was the start of Michael Jordan in the sports field, but with his brilliant performance, Michael Jordan collected 100 M's in 1 year. They became the largest footwear company in the world in 1989 on the strength of their unique ideas, signing up rookie athletes and using marketing techniques like the Just Do It campaign, and eventually become highly known. It gave a clear message for athletes on how to achieve their goals. Through these ads, Nike established its self-empowerment image in the sports field. Tiger Woods, who was relatively unknown at the time, won a lot of golf tournaments wearing only Nike wear. The Umbro brand was acquired by Nike in 2007. It is a British manufacturer of footballs, sportswear, and equipment. After that, in the 2008 Asia Olympics, Nike established a distinctive identity. For the event, Adidas was a sponsor, but the football team wore Nike shoes. In this way, Nike advertises its brand in the world. Due to this strategy, Nike's marketing increased by about 15%. Its marketing reached 3.3 M's. A Wimbledon match between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal took place in 2008. Nike sponsored both team campaigns. They wore Nike shoes and uniforms during the entire match. It felt that the match was a 5-hour campaign for the Nike brand. Nike's marketing strategy is designed by athlete. In this strategy, the company achieved the target marketing through the face of high-performing athletes. Today, the Nike brand is playing a leading role in the sports world. Nike continues to find great success. They are innovating the way apparel and footwear is utilized in almost every sport. Nike is the only supplier of the uniform of 100 football teams at that time. Nike works up a new apparel collection for tennis. Even through the recent hard economic times, Nike has continued to increase their revenue target, aiming for a fiscal revenue of $28 to $30 billion. A generation of young designers who grew up obsessed over Nikes has grown up and is now carefully making sneakers in their likeness. And today's culture favors comfortable sweats and hoodies that look great with sneakers for day-to-day attire. Nike offers a variety of goods, including shoes, t-shirts, gloves, coats, bags, and more. However, Nike's finest and well-known product remains the sneakers. Nike's ambition is to satisfy current and future customer needs in a moral and lawful manner. When it comes to marketing, companies like Nike focus on getting their products in front of the appropriate customers at the perfect time, location, and price. Nike must target the appropriate demographic with the appropriate product. Because of the widespread demand for the brand, it enjoys monopoly status today. Every athlete in the globe will receive inspiration and innovation, according to Nike's mission statement. If you have a body, you are an athlete, once remarked by Bill Bowerman. Nike's purpose is to provide inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Don't just take my word for it. Phil Knight himself published his autobiography in 2016, and you can listen to it for free. Both Phil Knight's development and the rise of Nike have exciting stories. Lastly, what do you suppose has contributed to Nike's current level of popularity? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. We would love to hear. We genuinely hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time on the channel.